Aloha, friends and family, and welcome back to the final reading of our Cosmic Origin. And we're going to celebrate it with having some music. And we're going to start that with a song by Nigel from Tunnel Mental. All right, thank you for that, Nigel. Picking it up in chapter 18, A Vision of the 2,000 Years. One of the most important things to expect in the coming New World Age is the sudden transformations of governmental systems, social structures, economics, and the rise of interplanetary and galactic culture. Our world and humanity are scheduled to take the greatest quantum leap ever, transitioning into what our new science considers a population 2 interplanetary stellar system space age civilization. We are becoming a galactic again, as we were before our planet became quarantined from the rest of the galaxy during the fall of Atlantis. And when this occurs, we will be switching our genetic material from DNA strands to RNA strands. Since universal divine order begins at the highest levels and makes its way down to the lower dimensions, and since we are at the end and synchronization of all cycles, then the externalization of the divine order that has been restored by the emissaries of light for the past million years in our galaxy is scheduled to also manifest here in our world now. It is important to understand that the Great White Brotherhood Sisterhood from all dimensions has been working endlessly for the restoration of a new heaven on earth. In politics, they are known as the White Knights, who are not only guiding the Constitution of the United States, Zion, government against total abolishing by the Dark Knights of the Jesuit Illuminati New World Order clan, but are also working closely with the higher intelligence of the Federation of Planets and the spiritual hierarchy of Earth Angels for the establishment of a worldwide constitution that recognizes, honors, and serves all nations, known as Nasara Jasara. This new system of governments that is materializing on our planet is being executed by the order of Michael of the Council of 12 and supported by all councils of the Galactic Confederation. This new system will initiate a worldwide commonwealth that is known as the governments of the world or the Commonwealth of Nations. It is a system that will be both divine and democratic at the same time. According to the restored Yannian script and the higher intelligence, the New World System has already been established, but in the 8th dimension, where the Earth is heading by 2023, it is official. The New World System would be headed by the Office of Christ, the Office of Cosmic Fusion, the Office of Power and Rulership, the Office of Culture and Civilization, and finally the Office of Universal Justice, as revealed in the Yannian script. These New World foundations are commonly known as the Office of the Four Arms, or the Great Vehicle. The new Commonwealth of Nations is to be formulated under a universal constitution called the Five-Pointed Star, serving the mandate of the five petals. The head of the New World Council is Lord Maitreyu, Surya Vishnu, who is of the direct line of King David. It has been revealed through the restored records transmitted by Lord Michael that those new governments of the world, or the Commonwealth of Nations, are to include all national identities or states within a global structure of 30 and 2 federated regions, each with its own leadership and independent infrastructure. These infrastructures will in turn act in harmony with all the governments of the world, producing a great vehicle of global infrastructure that will secure the rights of all mankind. It will be a global democratic network for the people and by the people, while overseen by the new Celestial Council of 12. However, according to the script restored by Lord Michael, they are now the 13 adepts of the 13 solar rays. Lord Gabriel Francella, who was Michael's firstborn and apprentice, become promoted and are adept at the 13 ray, replacing Samana, and now the ray is known as the Franshala ray of sound that deadens the noise of war. These 13 celestial beings who are already among us will make their appearance right before the Galactic Federation establishes the first contact with our planet. In fact, the commanders of the Federation will serve the mandates of the 13 Adepts. When these great lords and ladies of light make themselves known, the people of Earth will have a sense of serenity due to the great love generated from these beings. All this will transpire the moment our solar system is fully immersed in the photon belt, catapulting our collective density into a higher collective energy field, vibrating all matter at 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th density frequencies. It is in these higher planes of existence that our humanity will once again walk with the higher evolved beings of light. These sons and daughters of light will head the new planetary spiritual council, also known as the Restored Council of 12, and their 144,000 helpers, who will have all the support of the Galactic Federation guardians of councils overseeing all matters in the new heaven on earth. These 13 adepts will be the most powerful beings in the universe and have chosen Earth as their new home. Serving the new Council of 13 will be the Council of 144,000, who will oversee the affairs of the entire New World structure of 20 and 2 federated regions of the interplanetary New Earth system. In this New World structure, everyone will be provided for: healthcare, housing, education. Food will be a basic human need. Food will be basic human needs that will be met and will include everyone. Now, since we are becoming part of a greater galactic community, we will meet and learn also to coexist in harmony with other beings of non-humanoid physics. Kind of like in Star Wars. We will learn higher universal values, and since we will have tapped the power of our local sun, we will be able to visit and interact with other planetary and stellar systems in our galaxy. After all, since 2001, our planet has had a full membership in the Galactic Federation of Planets and will operate under the Galactic Tribunal Council by no later than 2022. By then, the theory of everything will be mathematically explained, and the idea of tapping into what science calls zero-point field, allowing our technology to match that of a population 2 stellar civilization, will be achieved. Also, the rise of our collective consciousness into the 4th, 5th, and 6th dimensions will allow all people to also understand the oneness of everything, as the unified field theory merges the gap between spirituality and science, art, and philosophy. In other words, since the celestial kingdom of light has always existed, and since the etheric levels have followed, then the time for the kingdom of light is manifest in the lower levels of the material realms has brought the opportunity for Earth humans to ascend to even greater levels of existence beyond the material spheres. Following the restoration, some of the star people from stellar civilizations, who are here in the millions now, will leave the Earth and advance directly into the higher dimensions of the celestial realms in the grand central universe. They were called upon by the guardians of councils from Sirius to incarnate on the Earth plane to assist in the transformation of our planet. These were the waves of higher evolved souls that have been incarnating since the 50s and have helped gradually shift the density of Earth by merely existing on the Earth plane. They were volunteered souls who are waiting to return to the worlds where they came from. For example, since there are 3 major levels or planes of existence, then some souls will be advanced to the highest level of the celestial realms, corresponding to the heavenly spheres of the central universe. As revealed, the celestial realms are the highest level of existence, and even those spheres are divided into different sublevels of celestial glory. Some will be advanced into realms within the spheres of the etheric levels of existence, commonly known as the middle heavens or Morantia, worlds of etheric matter as revealed by the Urantia material. Some, of course, will be here on Earth for the next 2,000 years to assist the rest of ascending Earth beings into higher levels of existence, further than the 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th densities. The 3 overall levels of heaven are the 3 overall levels of existence that comprise the many dimensions of reality. As for our world here in the lower material realms, which is now beginning to vibrate reality at the 8th density, will appear to split into 3 worlds after the great shift. This is known as the harvest of souls according to all religious traditions. As revealed, these souls that are not able to make the shift into the higher dimensional densities, heaven on earth, will be removed from our world to continue their existence in another 3rd density planet, to eventually bring those planets fully into the light. Also, for those that don't make the shift, there will be a moment of peace and enlightenment for a few minutes during the transition as a reminder of what heaven on earth would be like, so that they may have that imprint in their souls as they go off to another parallel 3rd dimensional world to continue learning their lessons. Now, for those that will remain on Earth, will continue to ascend along with its spiritualized citizens into the higher dimensions, never to repeat or experience a dark age cycle ever again. The reason is that our Earth and solar system were the final phases in the closing of one universal round of descent and ascent, completing the periphery of our super universe of Orvietan. In other words, the ascension of our planet marks the completion of a long descent of light into matter and the return or ascension of matter back into light that is now well in progress, bringing everything that partook in the decision back to the Godhead, Creator, Source. Eventually, those souls that get recycled into parallel Earth will have a chance to choose oneness and harmony over division and separation at the closing of that planet's next cycle. This is done so that no soul may be left behind in the overall ascension of everyone who had their origin in the always existing spheres of the grand central universe, metaverse, motherverse. For those that ascend or get a direct ticket to the celestial realms, the highest levels of existence, are because they were originally from there, or because they became the most advanced spiritual souls on the planet. Now for the rest of the remaining earth souls that make the transition into the higher densities will be given an opportunity in continuing ascending even higher into the celestial realms of the central universe. These three kingdoms of light could also be compared to the idea proposed by the new physics regarding the existence of a population of 1, 2, and 3 star system civilizations. At this point, it is frivolous to speak about the population 3 star system because in our current Earth stage, they are millions of years ahead of us according to both scientific and spiritual sources. However, upon the ascension of a new heaven on earth, it would only take about 100,000 years to reach the level of population 3 status. However, since our earth is being restored back to its original glory, then we may focus at this time on our inevitable transformation or ascension into a population 2 star interplanetary system space age civilization. As mentioned, all civilizations of a population 1 and 2 star systems are all part of the confederation of planets, since they live in harmony, not only within their planet, but with other planets and star systems in their respective galaxy. For example, under normal circumstances, a population 1 star system is a planetary culture with full admission in the Federation of Planets that has been allowed to interact with a few star systems in their local cluster. The reason is that they just finished a long quarantine dark age and are at the beginning stage of advancing spiritually. Now, a population 2 star system can interact with millions of star systems who are on their level, spread out across the entire galaxy. As mentioned in Chapter 2, a population 3 star system, the most advanced, can interact with other galaxies. A population 3 system civilization is beyond our material realm, higher than the 8th density, is etheric material and functions above all galactic federations of planets in our galaxy and are part of an intergalactic alliance of many universes. It is believed that a population 3 star system civilization is what makes up the eternal fabric of the central universe spheres of Havona. Since our Earth is advancing directly into a population 2 star system planetary culture, we will only evolve spiritually upward into higher and higher levels of awareness and densities. As mentioned, a few others will be more spiritually advanced as they take their ascension higher than the 8th dimension, but overall, we will all be multi-dimensional. However, for the most part, most of the ascending Earth humans, non-starseeds, and returned celestial beings will have to be educated in the proper way of using their light bodies, since it has been dormant for thousands of years. Therefore, for the next 2,000 years, temples and great academics of higher spiritual education will be dotting the earth everywhere, so that every single human continues to receive higher initiations into higher levels of consciousness and awareness. Great cities of light will exist once again, as in the time of Atlantis. It is believed that the old continent of Atlantis and Lemuria will rise again as they were before their collapse, with all their cities and temples intact, as if they were never destroyed. Upon our ascension, our world will once again be reunited with the inner earth people who have lived for thousands of years in great cities within the earth. As revealed earlier, these are the ancient Lemurians and Atlanteans who remained loyal to the light and have been waiting patiently for the restoration of our surfaced world. In the days to come, our planet will once again shine like a jewel in the heavens and become the intergalactic exchange center for cosmic transmission pertaining to our entire super universal segment, which is 1/7 of the entire Mother Universe. It will truly be a showcase planet as prophesied by the Pleiadians, as beings from all universes will once again visit Earth, and Earth beings will visit other planets in the galaxy as well. Also, there will be a few highly, even more so advanced souls that will experience even higher dimensions than the eighth, capable of materializing an eighth density vehicle at will, or of lower density, while experiencing a population 3-star system here in our planet. They will also interact simultaneously with the rest of the galaxy and other universes as well. It is believed that beings of these levels can coexist and consciously embody all dimensions in our galaxy. The possibility of all three types of civilizations coexisting side by side on our planet is possible because our Earth will not only be operating with one magnetic field, but with multiple bands of electromagnetic fields, allowing the merging of all dimensional densities or vibrations into one planetary energy field. And that has to do with the integration we've been talking about. However, only 7th density beings will be able to perceive 8th density beings, while 8th dimensional beings in turn will seek the counsel of the higher 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th dimensional beings, who will also be here, but on the higher frequency bands, since our Earth was originally designed to exist in 12 dimensions. Earth will once again exist simultaneously in 3 places in relation to the central sun of our galaxy. The first Earth will be anchored in all 12 dimensions and exist near the center of our galaxy within the first concentric circle. That is where the Lords and Ladies of Light, the Council of 12, will be stationed, overseeing the evolution of billions of worlds as we begin the colonization process of the entire galaxy. The Earth, embodying dimensions 9th, 8th, and 7th, will exist in the second concentric circle orbiting around the Sirius, where the first Earth existed prior to the first galactic war that destroyed the first Earth, known as Avion and Lyra. The Earth, embodying dimensions 6, 5, and 4, will continue existing in the Pleiades, in the third concentric ring where we are heading. It appears, however, that our planet has a total of 12 other unseen fields of energy. In the esoteric records, these other non-active electromagnetic fields that our science has not discovered yet, because they exist in higher frequencies, hold together what is known as Earth's grid system. It is this crystalline grid system that during the times of Atlantis and Lemuria became the living energy field. The living matrix that allowed beings from the higher dimensions to coexist with the beings of the lower dimensions. This was recorded in the Bible as a time when the angels walked with man. It is believed that this living energy field, known as the crystalline grid system, will be reactivated upon fully merging into a photon belt, allowing for the interaction and coexistence of all intelligence from the multiple levels or dimensions of existence. In the Urantia material, this is known as the reactivation of the system's life circuits that reconnect our world back into the Jerusalem system and Jerusalem Pleiadians, of which our planet is part. Since all beings on earth will be of a spiritual nature in the New World Age, there will be an increase of interconnection and love between the human kingdoms, the animal kingdom, and the device kingdoms, or the elementals of the telluric realm. In fact, in the coming millennium, all animals will be as kind as the deer and rabbits are. They will be communicating telepathically with people, and people will actually be able to have hours of conversation with plants and trees and all of nature, since we will all acknowledge that they too are sentient beings. Also, two new technologies of light will be replacing our outdated Stone Age technologies that only pollute our world. We will not only be using advanced Pleiadian, Sirian, and Arcturian technologies of light, but our enlightened scientists are also going to learn the secrets of interdimensional travel through the proper use of our light body, since there will be a unification taking place between science and spirituality. In this New World Age, all the advanced knowledge of the ancients will be available for everyone, because unlike the times of Atlantis, a good number of evolving Earth humans have finally reached a mature level of spirituality, making them eligible for the forbidden knowledge that at several times in the past almost caused the destruction of the human race. Overall, all the technologies in the next 2,000 years are going to be used for the benefit of all beings, allowing for a perpetual upward spiritual ascension into the higher, never-ending realms of light. As far as work is concerned, it will be fun, because people are finally going to be doing what they were born to do and fulfilling their heart's desire. Everyone will have a chance to contribute to the greater whole by virtue of their talents, and no one will be left behind. In fact, education of a higher nature will be the cornerstone and foundation of our New World system. All talents will be cultivated, and people will have the opportunity to excel in whatever field of study they want, since all levels of study are going to fall under the union of science, religion, and philosophy. Everyone will have an equal chance to contribute to the whole. The new motto will be for the greatest benefit of everyone and everything. Our fundamental philosophy will be that we are all one. If there to be any misunderstanding or conflict that might erupt, there will be an arbitrator who will hear both sides, and since the arbitrator will be a 12th dimensional being, he or she will be able to see right through the 4th and 5th densities, humans, and determine who is right. Those situations like this will be rare, for most, if not all, people will be of a loving nature due to the high charge electromagnetic fields that our solar system will engage in. Also, the way new economic systems will be set up will be based on how much love and compassion people generate from their hearts. The more love and compassion one generates, the more abundance will come their way. And since most, if not all, people will be of a compassionate, loving nature, then everyone will have abundance. There will be no more haves and have-nots. No more centralized governments controlled by private interest groups. No more oligarchy or caste system that only looks out for the interest of the privileged few. In the New World system, everyone will be privileged, and the idea of inequality will cease to exist, and the rise of perfect, balanced egalitarianism will be the new social norm. We will go back to a system of bartering, and money will cease to exist as a paper form. We will have a world treasurer overseen by the restored Council of 12, who will issue trust funds for every individual issued by a collective world treasury that will be known as the Bank of Universal Abundance. No more loans and credit or centralized banking or currency, but a world treasury that will provide and administer endless funds for all in the form of units. I suspect they might be digital units, but we will see, right? This information and world economics is already in progress through the Nasara law and the prosperity programs that were implemented by the white knights in the political arena. In fact, our entire world government is currently shifting into the new Commonwealth of Nations, who will be serving all the governments of the world. This new system, with all other changes, will be fully implemented by no later than the end of 2018. By 2022, our world will have already been adapted to the new changes, well in full swing as both a population 1 interplanetary and population 2 stellar system space age spiritual culture. At the same time, our Earth will be once again connected to the core of the union of galaxies in all 9 dimensions. Cures for everything will come forward through the avenues of natural and holistic medicine. Since the body-mind-spirit connection will be understood by all, great breakthroughs will bring powerful technologies that will synthesize cutting-edge science with ancient spirituality into a wonderful tool for regenerating and healing anything, including our environment. Great amusement parks that will make Disneyland look primitive will be built, allowing individuals to experience alternate realities and virtual reality-like games. These would allow people to experience any world or role they want without hurting anyone. Since we will be at the level of a population to interplanetary systems and part of a greater galactic family, we will be training in space travel, as some will get recruited into the Galactic Federation for interplanetary service. As far as the third dimension is concerned, it was a constructed temporary reality created not to entrap our spirit in matter, but to allow a greater evolution for our spirit, since we are spiritual beings experiencing a temporarily limited human expression. As mentioned, as we ascend into the higher dimensions, we will be taking our bodies with us, except they will be of a more refined matter vibrating at a higher frequency. They will be transfigured into bodies that will live for hundreds of years. Some humans will appear to live for thousands of years, as the mythological gods of prehistoric times. They will be the higher density humans who will have full access to their light bodies and appear to be immortal because of the constant regeneration of matter. These higher dimensional humans will mostly live off universal life force energy, as they harness higher vibrations of spiritual energy from their light body. This being will also have the ability to lower its frequency down to an octave in order to project a vehicle of a lesser dense form in order to interact with the rest of the evolving humans from the fourth density Earth. As far as death is concerned, there will be none, for all humans in the new heaven on Earth, from the fourth dimension and up to the sixth, are going to be eternal beings, children of God, as we engage in the ascension process. For the light body, open activation is what the Bible calls our celestial bodies, what we all have been waiting to achieve. It is important to understand the new and exalted humans of the fourth density and up will be sustained by a universal life force coming through their chakras. Health will no longer be an issue, for everyone will be healthy. This will be a world with no more diabetes, heart problems, or any other illnesses. A world where there is no more injury, but laughter, learning, and fun. Our new educational system will fall under the guidance and direction of the great academics of higher learning that in turn are going to be under the leadership of the restored sacred temples. For children, instead of attending a school with other children, will be educated individually by a few teachers per child to make sure that every individual gets all the attention they need in order to excel in anything their heart desires. All education will be based on universal cosmic principles, since our world will be evolving only spiritually and will no longer experience survival mode. Meaning that in the New World age, there is to be no more living to work and working to live, for that was the old program of slavery. In fact, in the millennium, people will finally have rest from struggle, and everything will be provided for so that they may only focus on their education and spiritual evolution. The season of physical survival or physical evolution is over. Now we will utilize natural, healthy technology to do all the work for us so that we only focus on our perpetual ascension into even higher realms. Let us just take a small intermission for some coffee. All of this, or at least the turning point that will lead to this type of world, is to come to pass in the days ahead of us because of the great acceleration of time as explained through the Fibonacci ratio. This is a mathematical formula that clearly maps out all the links of sequences in the universe down to the T. According to the theory of time acceleration as revealed through the Fibonacci ratio and Mayan calendar, and because we are approaching a rare and most unique galactic alignment, we are about to take the greatest quantum leap ever in the evolutionary process of our world and species. Therefore, due to the accelerated evolution, everything will speed up 100 times faster, and after going through the eye of the needle, then everything will continue to exist but on a different frequency. We are entering an era where we have come to the final and closing of the greatest human chapter, one that marks the completion of our involution or descent and the beginning of a greater evolution, ascent towards higher realms. We are merely passing from one phase of energy field into another, as energy is neither created nor destroyed, and only those with enough love and compassion will partake of a new heaven on earth, for these are the prophecies. Everyone that goes directly into heaven upon earth will be experiencing love beyond anything they ever knew, and they will never be in want of anything whatsoever. They will be in a place where only love resides at all given times. The family is now residing in the pure heaven upon earth, and will be enjoying everything that comes with heaven on earth, and they will always be in God's favor eternally. Now that the truth is clear, it is best to live life accordingly, and to always go about your day with a spiritual understanding of things, and most importantly, as of this day forward, always give a moment of your time every day and praise to our great Creator of all. That is through quiet time, prayer, meditation, or any kind of devotion that you see fit. Everything else will fall into place, and the kingdom of God will be open for you. Peace be with you in heaven's abundance. As far as the coming earth changes, they will only take effect in the third dimensional earth, for it has been revealed that the earth changes are necessary because Mother Earth will need to go through a purification process before she ascends into the higher densities. Also, it has been reported that the earth changes are only to affect those people whose energy fields are not matching the new earth structure. However, right before the earth changes, planet Nibiru, or Planet X, will be seen as a clear, huge object in the sky by all as it comes close into our Earth's proximity, and since we will fully emerge in the photon band, the chosen 144,000 beings, along with the 12 adepts, will be activated into physical angels. They will emerge as heroes and help in the rebuilding of the new world. When the time comes for these events to transpire, the chosen elect of the 144,000 will take their post and bring the right knowledge, tools, and wisdom to enough people in order to prepare them for the coming earth changes. Do not be afraid, for this is the harvest of souls, not the destruction of all. There are safe zones in the planet, and when the time is right, the elect will guide only the good to safety. Chapter 19, a closer look at the coming world. In the days to come, we will no longer be a world with over 300 countries, all independent and separated from one another. As revealed, we will integrate our world into 22 federated regions known as the governments of the world and the Commonwealth of Nations. This information was revealed by the one who heads the office of the planetary Christ, known as Lord Maitreyu. Acting under the head of the current planetary spiritual hierarchy, Lord Sanat Kumara, Lord Maitreya, has already signed for the convergence of the United Nations into the new Commonwealth of Nations and the federated regions that will align with the Galactic Federation. With nothing further said, here is a look at the coming New World structure. And I'm going to read a little bit of these, but I'm not going to probably read all of them. But the Russian Federation will be in the Russian region and will include St. Petersburg and all present provinces, regions, and sea territories. The Old Asian Federation will include China, Mongolia, South Korea, Taiwan, Japan, including a small portion of Russian territory, Uyghur land, Inner Mongolia, the Vedic Federation will include India, Sri Lanka, the Maldives, and Bangladesh. A decision about the northwest and northeast frontier will be made after further analysis on the ground. The White Elephant Federation will include Myanmar, Thailand, Vietnam, Malaysia, Singapore, Cambodia, and Laos. The Easter Island Federation will include Chile, Argentina, Uruguay, and Paraguay. The Reflective Federation includes the Antarctic islands and sea territories. The Himalayan Federation will include Tibet, Kashmir, Nepal, Bhutan, and historic Sikkim. The Babylonian Federation will include Turkey, Syria, Iraq, Lebanon, Cyprus, Georgia, Armenia, and Kuwait. The Freedom Federation will include Cape Verde, Senegal, the Gambia, Guinea, Sierra Leone, Liberia, Togo, Nigeria, and Cameroon. And then I'm just going to read the rest of the federation's names. The European Federation, the El Coso Federation, the Jerusalem Federation, the Holy Federation, I'm going to read that one, will include Saudi Arabia, Yemen, Oman, United Arab Emirates, Bahrain, Qatar, Jordan, and Palestine. The Yanis Federation, and the Jabacus Federation. The premise of this work is to remind people that there is more to reality than the obvious. We are in the midst of the greatest transition ever, And we need to prepare by learning to change our limited belief systems so that we may expand into other levels of reality. That is only opening up to those that are becoming more balanced and integrated and whole. In order to survive this coming shift and harvest, all we need to do is open our hearts and become more compassionate towards others and learn how to love one another. This is a time where the golden rule is to be respected and practiced by all. This book was written by an emissary of light working for the Most High. I'm going to read the definitions of a couple of words that were in this book, so if you do go back to listen to other chapters, it might even lend a little more insight. But we talked about Aln, A-L-N, the original home planet of the fallen angels, the reptoids. Andromeda, our sister galaxy, and closest to the Milky Way. The Draco-Orion Empire, the galactic organization that opposed the Galactic Federation of Free Worlds, serving as the Axis forces for the Draco-Reptilians, who have represented the dark side in our galaxy. Alpha Centauri is the closest star system to our solar system and a system associated with the Galactic Federation of Light. Alpha Draconis is the second stronghold of the fallen angels known as the Draco-Reptilians. The Catholic Church is the revealed modern-day harlot, Babylon, Rome, as revealed in Revelation. Celestial realms are the highest level of existence and our common origin, the always existing metaverse that has no beginning and no end, as confirmed by our new science. So it's kind of no wonder Facebook changed their name to Meta, because these Dracos always mimic and copy the real deal, and then they try to usurp it and turn it upside down or invert it, which is, a common satanic practice of inversion, which leads to distortion. Syntropy, the concept of an existing central core to everything from macro metagalaxies to the micro atom, divine or divinity, pure, eternal, celestial essence. Inky, galactic fifth dimensional human, firstborn of former commander Pleiadian Nibirian Anu of the battlestar planet Nibiru, Earth builder, and rival of Lord Enlil, his half-brother, second-born of Anu, and known as the Lord of the Mountain. See Zechariah Sitchin on the ancient translated Sumerian tablets for more info. Also, see the NiberianCouncil.com site for more accurate information. Enlil, galactic fifth dimensional human, the second born of former Commander Anu, half-brother and rival to Earth Lord Enki. Enlil is known as the Lord of the Mountain according to all ancient records. He corresponds to Zeus of ancient Greece and to Jehovah of ancient Israel and to Indra of ancient India, leader of the gods in all pantheon traditions. Fifth dimension, a higher refined level of existence where matter is easily manipulated by energy mind, and a place where all opposites are reconciled, which is the next level of vibration we are moving into. God, all that is, everything that was, and all that will ever be, higher power, creator source, eternal source, and I'll add prime creator. Illuminati, financial monopoly of power brokers who work for the Vatican and the takeover of the world's economic system in order to initiate a one-world government, which is failing as we speak. Jehovah, the Hebrew name of the galactic human known as Enlil to the Sumerians and Zeus to the Greeks. Jesus, the great silver sun and firstborn of heaven, as revealed in the Ionian script. Metaverse, the mother universe that is constantly giving birth to endless membrane universes, all evolving parallel to one another and always existing, the always existing central universe of Havona that has no beginning or end. Nibiru, the planet of the crossing, according to ancient text, the battlestar planet of the Galactic Federation, was used by and played a galactic human to patrol and secure many star systems and planets from the invading reptilians. And with that, my friends and family, we have completed this amazing book, Our Cosmic Origin. And we leave you in the love and the light of the infinite Creator until we return, my beautiful friends and family.